testing this out. I don't even know if there's any audio or anything, actually. Sup, Rymac? Welcome, dude. Can you hear me at all, or is it like nothing? Not really sure which microphone it's using. Yeah, right. You can hear me. Sick. Welcome to the people watching this from the comfort of your home. I'm just trying out this the GoPro camera live thing. Yeah, live thing. Yeah, at home, and doing a whole bunch of work. So I thought I'd live stream the whole thing. It's not going to be very interesting. It's just going to be me because it's obviously the camera is just the camera. I don't have my screen sharing, but I can't share my screen anyway. I mean, my clients would be very upset if I shared my screen. So, yeah. Yeah. An office meeting. Hectic, dude. You should probably be concentrating on your office meeting. Holy fuck, I just hit my camera. I was trying to do this through like OBS or Streamlabs or any of those things, but they don't connect. So here we are. What's the quality of this stream like? Anyone watching, I think there's like one person watching this. Is it like smooth or is it no good? Or I'm curious what this looks like for you all, because I'm going through some VPNs and stuff at the moment. So I'd love to figure out how to get any of my streaming software working. That would be cool. Because then you could get the camera as well as everything. All the things would be sick. Camera, the effects, all the music. I've got like applause sounds and like a whole sound box of stuff. Yeah, that looks cool. It's a shame YouTube's like live stream controls are pretty shit. Like we don't really get much option here. Sup, Sergo, YouTube. Oh, here we go. You can do like Q&As and stuff. Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'll start a poll as well. Look at that. Look at me go with all these random YouTube things that you can add in. That's so bizarre. It's a shame you guys can't hear the music because I got some banging music going on at the back, and yeah, it's good stuff. For the first time. I wonder if I was to add in general sources, open VR. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Question in, here we go. Is cloud penetration testing part of red teaming? Yes. Yes, it is. All pen testing is part of red team. What you might be thinking of is red team engagements, which is as like a physical red team engagement. That's a different thing. But it's still red team. So the red team is pretty much the offensive team. The blue team is the defensive team. So I hope that helps. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Now I wonder if this guy, you turn that off, kill that. I'm going to test something out. This might actually kill the stream. Cyber James, hello. Master Banda, good morning. Hello. It's currently afternoon here, and I'm just sort of messing about with this live stream to see what works and what doesn't work. Seems like it. I can't use any streaming software. It's like just doesn't work at all. So here we are. Let's see if I can make things slightly better. Whoa. Camera is going all over the place. There we go. That's a bit better. It's a bit nicer. Like, see the whole picture. It's my office, by the way. There's I'll move the camera around. There's a desk there, another desk here. Got a couch, so I can go to sleep halfway between work. The error is that I'm using a VPN, and the country that I'm in sucks at accessing the normal internet that we all know. So you need to use a VPN, and getting around that is a pain in the ass. So country I'm in at the moment, Cyber James, is China. And as we know, China doesn't like connecting to YouTube or any Google service. So I'm getting around that by using my own VPN. And yeah, that's basically, that's it. So the streaming software doesn't work, but if I go to YouTube and start a live stream through YouTube, that does work. Figure that one out. I don't know. So James says, I recall you've been doing some traveling, or do I have that wrong? Yeah, I've been traveling all over the place, all over Asia. I have a house here, which I'm in right now in China, as well as one obviously in Australia. And yeah, I'm just sort of chilling here, doing my job. And yeah, I'm going to Singapore again soon, a couple of weeks. And then early next year, I'm going to go to Japan, which will be sick. Should be fun. And then back to here, and then back to Australia, and then sort of all over the place. So I'm going to be primarily, I've got sort of like 2 home bases, one in Australia and one here. And that's like my 2 parts of the world that I spend the majority of my time in. Lake Como in Italy. How nice is that? That's a good spot. That's a really nice spot. Did you see, what's his name? Did they take you on the tour and show you whatever that famous dude's house is on the island there? It's fucking cool. It's a cool house. Lake Como is beautiful, man. I've been there before. George Clooney, that's the one. I guess they did show you his house. I don't know if he still owns it. I'm not sure, actually. But sweet with her. Get back stair. At a wedding. Damn. That's an expensive place to have a wedding. That's super expensive. I see there's 5 people watching this, by the way. If all of 5 of you could smash that like button, that would be much appreciated. I'd like to do more live streams. I'd love to do it. I wanted to test it out. But yeah, I mean, obviously I need things to actually work if I'm going to do live streams. So that's where I'm at. So if you've been watching my latest videos, you notice I normally record them right there. That is the wall that I record the videos on. And then I come back to my desk here and I edit them and, you know, do all the things I normally do. It's good. It's a good setup. I quite like this room. It's a good room. I got some like Tang Dynasty princess riding a Vespa because I absolutely love Vespas. And I mean, that's kind of a cool culture clash. I got an old map of like some ancient village that I went to the other week. It's pretty cool. I'll show you this thing because it's pretty sick. It's got nothing to do with cybersecurity, but check out this old map. It's old village. It's like an ancient town that I went to. It's pretty sick. Cool spot. I wonder what the latency is, by the way, between like me going live and you guys actually seeing what I write. That would be interesting. Finishing your bachelor degree in cybersecurity in about a month. Congrats. Want to get into pen testing and red team. Fair enough. Do you have any work experience? That would be my question to you. Curious. You've been in pen testing for IT for 20 years. Yeah, right. Well, then you are well on your way to getting a job. Do you have like an OSCP or any pen testing certs as well as the degree? I'm not saying that you need it or anything like that. I'm just asking questions, just genuinely curious of, I guess, your avenue into pen testing. Oh, the company you're working for paid for your degree. That's sick. Well, that's good because that means you can get sort of straight in. Well, I mean, if they're skilling you up, it means they probably have jobs available for pen testing, which means you can go directly into it, which would be pretty sick. OSCP is next. Have you had a look at the Safer Internet project? There's a project out there that gives you hands-on experience with real pen testing. Pretty cool. Might be helpful for you, might not be. Not too sure. I'll put a link in the chat anyway, though. Check that out. You can get Safer Internet Project is the one. And yeah, basically with the Safer Internet Project, you get to learn from pen testers while they're pen testing real business systems. It's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out, I would say. I wonder if this is about to run out of battery. Not sure. I'll be back in about, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, give or take. I'll be back. I need to make a phone call. blue team are the enemy. Wow, that's a bold statement, because I think they kind of work hand in hand of cybersecurity realm. But yeah, fair enough. I mean, each to their own. So far, the poll is split 50-50. Seems like some people interested in the blue team, some people interested in the red team, which is cool. What do you mean, members of the channel? Oh, is that like people who are... I think it only shows people who, in the participants of the live stream, it only shows people who are like chatting or like participating in the live stream. Mr. DC, how do I cyber? Welcome back, Max CG. Good to see you again, dude. Yeah, how do you cybersecurity? It's a good question. There's a lot involved in how to cybersecurity, but yeah, glad you're here for the chat. China life's good, dude. It's pretty good. It's nice. It's a bit rainy today, but I mean, otherwise it's pretty good. It's I'm just happy that I can get a live stream working at the moment, because it's painful to get live streams working here, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty chuffed that it's working. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a firewall is a pain in my ass. It's a constant pain that I have to navigate through, but it's all right. I can still do pretty much everything I want as long as you get the VPN running. It's all good. I've actually got, there's like under my desk here, there's a Raspberry Pi that runs similar to like a Pi-hole, and the way it works is it basically gets around. It runs a VPN proxy type thing, my rotating VPN proxy that I made. It runs that in the background over my entire network. So as long as I connect to Wi-Fi here, which I am at the moment, it's routed through to an Australian server. So pretty cool. It works. I don't know if it's laggy or anything, but it should be all right. It's probably smoother than the when I was running it in Australia, to be honest. But yeah. No lag. Yeah, I mean, in Australia, I had a really good fiber connection into the house, but it still sucked. As we all know, the NBN in Australia sucks on so many different levels. So yeah, streaming there, I think it's just because there's fiber from the premise So from my house to the node, which is great in Australia, I mean, but then that connection runs on a copper connection from there. So it's like, it's a bit shit. Whereas here, I have my connection is 1000 symmetrical. So I get 1000 megabit per second, both up and down, which is pretty cool. But then once you connect the VPN, it then relies on the VPN connection speed. So it's still probably, I mean, for me, it works faster than internet in Australia, which is sad, to say the least. But yeah, it is what it is. Pro/con of freelance. It's where I'd like to end up, but need more experience. The pros are that you get to work anywhere. For example, like me, I'm working anywhere I am in the world. And you kind of, after a while, get to choose your own work. So the work that you actually do, which is pretty cool. The cons is, I guess, the major con is that the work isn't consistent. So that there is that. But usually with freelancing, you can earn more money per hour than what you would do working for someone else. So, and there's plenty of work out there. I mean, you can pretty much do a lot of different stuff doing freelancing. So yeah. Maxi G says, I lived in Singapore for a few years and they had crazy good internet too. It's criminal how bad Australian internet is. Yeah. The internet in pretty much all of Asia is like incredible. So I pay around, it's about $100, not even $90 a month for 1000 megabit symmetrical here, which is pretty cool. There's 5G everywhere. I mean, even out in the middle of nowhere. So I've been going to like lots of little towns and stuff because I like the culture and the history of stuff. And there's like 5G everywhere. Like it doesn't matter where you are, there's 5G connection, which is insane. But yeah. But yeah, in Australia, I'm lucky if I get 4G in most places. Inside my house, it's 3G because, I mean, it's a concrete block house. So the internet sucks there. But yeah, the fiber in connection seemed like a good idea, and it still sucks. If any of you have watched any of my older live streams, you'd see the connection issues I constantly ran into, where it would just lag out or just not work at all, or they're basically the same as here. So yeah, except this way I'm running it through like a totally different connection. So yeah. Thoughts on the future of CyberSec against AI? That's a good question. How do I navigate this question? Because it's an interesting one. The cybersecurity realm is encompassing a lot of different aspects from AI, which is a good thing, I think. This is a question I get quite often as well about AI and it taking over, I guess, roles from cybersecurity, and I'm sure it will eventually. But for the time being, it's just sort of making life easier for mundane tasks. So that's a collection of both AI and various automations to make life easier. What I think it will do in the long term to a lot of jobs, and not just cybersecurity, is to integrate into the industry and basically become part of it. So there's going to be attacks via AI systems, which I think would be an interesting thing to defend against. And you'll still need to defend against those various things. The way that governments work, though, is that, and organizations, is that they usually follow a guideline of principles in cybersecurity that they need to protect against to get to a happy medium of compliance. And while those tasks can also eventually be automated with something like AI, it still requires a whole lot of manual review, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. I think there'll also be controls around what AI can and cannot do legally, which is going to shape the industry. So this industry, as well as many others, will be changed by AI, of course, but I think it's just going to be the next evolution of cybersecurity. So, I mean, that's going to be an interesting thing when it happens. James wrote, I wrote a paper for school about AI and education, wrote an entire Python script for Nmap, and it was very good, took about 3 minutes total. Yeah, I mean, Python's a super cool tool, so yeah. There were no mathematicians after calculators came out. I beg to differ. I think there's still a lot of people who are very good at maths and still use those skills to this day. So, yeah, it's a good question though. I like the whole AI cybersecurity chat because it's an interesting one. No one really knows where it's going to go, and that's what makes it kind of fun and interesting. Yeah, man, I suck at math as well, to be honest. Yeah, I'm absolutely terrible at math, but it is what it is. There's 9 people in the chat. 9 people, all 9 of you. Hit like right now. Give me a like. Come on. Give me a like for returning to live streaming and answering questions live on stream. It's not something that a lot of other cybersecurity people do fairly often anyway. And I like to think I almost perfected this when I have access to like my whole stream system. But yeah, smash like. Come on, get the likes in. I want to see those likes. Favorite distro? Ooh, what for? I've got a few favorite distros. I'll start with my favorite daily distro. So my favorite distro for everyday use is Ubuntu because, and before you go, ooh, Ubuntu, is because it works. It's like, it's basically like your just daily working distro, which is what I want. I want a system that is just going to work. If I'm going to do pen testing though, which I do, I use, this is going to be controversial, but I actually use a lot of WSL on Windows to do a lot of my pen testing work because you can use it, which is fine. But as far as like my favorite distribution for pen testing goes, it has to be Black Arch. Black Arch is a sick distro. It's really clean, crispy, and it's fun to use. I like Black Arch. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so those are my 2 favorite distros. Everyday use, Ubuntu. Pen testing, mostly Black Arch. But if I want a happy medium between a system that works and one that I can use for pen testing, as well as all of my business stuff that I do, it's going to be Windows, to be honest, Windows 11 specifically. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. It's a funny argument as well. A lot of people are really, I've got a video coming out about this, which I have to record today at some point. But basically, a lot of people expect that as a cybersecurity professional, you're going to be using Linux as your main operating system at work. And in some cases, that's true. However, most organizations, especially on the enterprise level, they want to see more than just pen testing. You're going to be doing a lot of different types of work. And they'll run up a VM for you if you want to use a Linux operating system, but they want control over what you're doing and what you can access as well. So in most cases, they'll probably make you run a Windows system in most cases. Why Black Arch and not Kali? I've used Kali for years and years, and Kali is fine. I use Kali as my WSL2 setup, which, I mean, it works fine. You can use all the tools. I just like the layout of Black Arch better. I like the lightweightness of it, and I know you can lightweight Kali as well. I know you can do all these things. It's just a personal preference, and it's kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, just go through the installer of Black Arch and you'll see what I mean. Like, it's a really sassy operating system, and I kind of like that it gives you shit as well. So yeah, it's good fun. Have a try. 100% enterprise level operations are mostly defined by what the enterprise uses. Correct. And what most enterprises use is a Windows-based stack. So everyone's pretty much forced to use Mac OS at my work. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Kali's good. Don't get me wrong, Kali's a great system. And I mean, Ubuntu is a great system. Black Arch is a great system. They're all good at different things, and it really comes down to personal preference as to what you want to use. I still mostly use Windows, specifically Windows 11, because the work that I do ranges across various different types of systems that my clients use. So a lot of the work that I do is in the automation space, in specifically like using tools like Zapier, like endpoint connection type APIs. So Zapier, a little bit of Power Automate, a whole lot of Intune if I'm, automating different business processes, and having a Windows system to, I guess, administer and create those automations is just easier. It's just an easier way to do it for me. So that's why I use them. Defeating Iron Chariots. We either use Windows 10 or Fedora at work. I chose Fedora, run Kali as a VM. Yeah, nice. Fedora is awesome too. I quite like Fedora. In the poll, we have red team out in front at 65%. And blue team down at 35%. It was 50-50 not long ago. We've got 23 votes in on this, which is fantastic. And yeah, it's always interesting to see. I mean, the red team is always more popular because it's a little bit more of a sexy job to do, right? As far as people think, anyway. But blue team's good. Don't dismiss the blue team, guys. There's a lot of good fun in blue team. So. I think there's currently an ad playing. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I just had a pop up on my screen. It's like, ads have been inserted. I'm like, okay, great. I don't know where the advertisement came from or what advertisement is currently running, but cool. Cyber James says, yep, Windows is my daily driver, as is for a lot of people. There's nothing bad about that at all. And I'm pretty good at Mac. That's good. Linux is what I am now learning and trying to use every day. Downloading Black Arch now. Sick. Saw the ad just before you said that. I don't know. It did like a weird, like on my screen. So if this is my screen, I'll go like this. This is my screen. Down here is like, boop, ads inserting in 5 seconds. And I was like, what? Where? What? what ad? Did it just like pop up on the screen, take over the stream? Did it rewind the stream and like, do you miss the bit that I was talking about while the ad is playing? Is that like a quick take a drink moment in the ad? I don't know. I think if you have like an ad blocker, it's not going to play any ads. So you do you. You know what's cool about Blue Team? Let me talk about GRC and why it's such a sick role to get into. First of all, you can get into GRC with very little experience, but obviously experience in IT, especially systems administration. Very cool to get into. But it's also actually a pretty rewarding job. As far as like money is concerned, you get paid very well in GRC roles, which is good. and you get to see both the red team and the blue team, and you get to go to like stakeholder meetings and do fun stuff like that. It's kind of like a team lead type role in a SOC system where you get to talk with people from all over the business, it's actually pretty cool. It's super fun. So GRC, get into GRC, guys. It's a good job. GRC, for those wondering, is governance, risk, and compliance. It's a good job. I can't read your name. It says, I utilized pretty much all the OSs. I was trained in all of them. Excellent. More of a purple team. Yeah, that's what's cool about GRC, is that it is purple team. It's not really blue. It's not really red. You're kind of in everything. And for anyone who's like super control hungry and wants to understand both ends of the cybersecurity spectrum, that's cool. I think that's pretty cool anyway. I got a fun announcement for you all, and it involves the CTF. So I've partnered recently with a recruitment agency. They go by the name of E2 Cyber. So E2 Cyber Cross Safe Internet Project, and we're building a CTF. And there's some pretty cool prizes, like money prizes. There's voucher prizes. There's membership and learning system prizes. There's all sorts of fun stuff. There's going to be 5 challenges. Currently building it at the moment, and yeah, it's looking to be a pretty fun little thing. There's no link for it yet because it's been built. It's going to go live. Well, I'll be advertising the hell out of it on my YouTube as well as LinkedIn and Twitter. It's open for everyone. I think there's like so basically it's to help people in cybersecurity get people who are interested in cybersecurity into cybersecurity. That's the whole point of the CTF, is to sort of be like it's almost like a job application. So if you are successful at the CTF, not only can you win prizes, you also get to be able to present yourself to recruiters in Australia. That part is only available for people in Australia, though. So, sup, Alexi? Nice to see you. So yeah, it's going to be a fun CTF. I'm building it myself with the help of the members of the Safer Internet Project, and I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be like a soft release in 11 days. 11 days. So there'll be like a soft release in 11 days where we're going to make sure the system is up and running and working. And then it will go live for everyone to hack into on the sometime in November. I'm not sure exactly the date yet, but it needs to go through like an approval process and all that fun stuff. So yeah. This is like low key the best lighting I've had on a live stream. I mean, I've been live streaming for years and I've played around with like different lighting setups. And this is like, there's a lamp here next to me, which is pushing light against that wall, which you can kind of see. But there's also an open window like right here, huge open window, which is light, and there's no lights. I haven't got the lights on up there. So it's pretty cool. Actually, I don't know what the audio quality is like. Probably, I'll go watch my own stream, see what it's like. It's probably average. All right, let's go. Test. All right, let's go. Test. Wow, the audio is actually pretty damn good. Wow, and the delay is like not crazy, which I'm surprised about. Christian Taylor, what's going on, dude? Long time no see. I haven't talked to you for a little while. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm freelancing remotely as a digital nomad all around the world. Currently based in China right now, and sort of been all over the place in recent months, all over everywhere. But I'm doing good. How are you doing, dude? Good to see you again. Revolution InfoSec. That's a businessy name if I ever heard one. Man, DC, how's it all going, buddy? Al here. Oh, Al! Now I remember. I was talking about you today when I came to Brizzy. Dude, I actually had a memory thing came up on my phone. So like on this day 1 year ago, I think it was yesterday. On yesterday, 1 year ago, we were getting absolutely lit on soju and Korean barbecue. And I had the photo that came up was when we were down at that river bar. Do you remember we were like down there smashing jugs of beer? Man, that was sick. That was such a good time. That was fun. Yeah, it was a pretty good night. It was a good night. We ended up at that. We started at that like saloon bar, the whiskey saloon bar place. That's a sick joint. It's called Frog's Hollow, I think. Frog's Hollow Tavern or something like that. Anyway, yeah, epic day. I haven't heard from you for a while. How are you doing, dude? Did you end up doing your thing? Did you get it going? Good stuff. Uday Krishna G. What's up? Welcome. Frog's Hollow Tavern. We started off at that place, or Frog's Hollow Saloon, or something like that. I can't remember. Then we got hungry. We went to a place called Funny Funny, which is like that Korean place that I always go to, and that was sick. That was a good place. I mean, the soju's always good. And then I think we went to like Macca's because we got hungry. Oh no. Then we went down to the river and had more beer, and then I think we almost ended up at the Rippers, but we didn't quite get there. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. You got it going. You got the business going. That's good. I guess the name that you're talking with now was is the business name you've gone with, which is fantastic. That's good stuff. Good to hear it, dude. I hope it's going well. Christian says, going well into the second week of new job. Yeah, I saw that on LinkedIn. Congratulations, dude. That's sick. It's good to hear. Barely any GRC in place, so lots to do. You're gonna be real busy. Pretty amazing seeing how much I learned from my first job and spot all the gaps. Hell yeah, dude. That's good. I love a good winning story like this. This is good. Because previously you were working in I can't remember if it was Auckland. But yeah, I remember you would. I know the I won't say the company you were working for because I don't want to dox you. But yeah, I'm sure you would have learned a lot there, and you can take those skills into this new job, which looks, from what I saw it come up, and I was like, that looks pretty interesting. It looks like a pretty fun opportunity for you. So well done, dude, and well done to Revolution InfoSec on starting your hustle now, mainly your main job, I guess, which is going to be sick. So yeah, it's good to see everyone here's winning. This is what I like to see. This is the whole point of like me doing my YouTube channel all those years ago, is to try and help people to sort of get started. I'm glad I can see some fruits of the labor of talking shit online, basically, about cybersecurity and how people have actually taken some level of advice, or I guess, and gone with it and gotten into the industry and done what they're doing, which is sick. That's good stuff. It's excellent. Wellington, based in Melbourne, damn, all the way over to Australia. When am I back in Australia? It's a good question. I will probably be back next year for a bit. I'll likely be back in Australia 2024, and then more permanently in 2025. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. I got third in Black Bag Challenger B-Sides Canberra. Nice. Well done. How was B-Sides Canberra? I wanted to go this year, but I couldn't. I'd already booked some flights and stuff to go somewhere, so I couldn't make it. But it looked pretty cool. I was watching everything online. It looked sick. Still in Swellington. Swellington. Yeah. I interviewed you as an intern. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And yeah, I remember that because I was just outside of, so I was working at a place, and when I talked to you, I was like, oh, I'm going for a walk. And they're like, yeah, whatever. So I went for a walk out at this in like a park down the road when I had a chat to you. I still remember it. I was thinking about it when I saw you post on LinkedIn the other day. I was like, man, I remember you were like the first person I ever did like a one-on-one chat with, way back. It was good times. Now you're fully certified CISSP with years experience. Hell yeah. Yeah, you're one of the good ones, dude. You actually put yourself ahead, which is, I mean, that's a massive win for you. Obviously, it's paying off now, which is fantastic. So, yeah, much better money in Australia across the board. Yep, quite a bit more in general in pretty much every IT job ever. Like quite a bit more. It's good. Red Team event, it's the best con this year for sure. Yeah, I think B-Sides Canberra is like the go-to B-Sides in Australia. Like everyone who goes to their own like regional ones, and I'll call them regional because B-Sides is basically the capital of, I guess, cybersecurity conventions. But yeah. If I had to do one first, which would I do, CISSP or OSCP? It depends. It really depends which way you want to go. I'd still probably go the OSCP though, based on like job readiness. Yeah. But they're kind of like completely separate ends of the cybersecurity industry. Like one's on securing and one's on breaking into. So it kind of depends what you want to get into. If you want to be a pen tester, go for the OSCP. If you don't, then go for the CISSP. Yeah. Yeah, B-Sides Canberra is now like massive. It's this massive thing. Have to come back for CrikeyCon next year. I'm doing the con badge. Nice. Yeah, CrikeyCon is a big one as well. But I reckon B-Sides Canberra is now like the go-to cybersecurity conference in Australia. I reckon. I don't know. What do you guys think? Prove me wrong. I mean, I think some of you here have probably been to more cons recently than I have. The last one I went to was B-Sides Brisbane, and it was okay. I don't want to shit talk it too much because it's a smaller con, and but it was done well. The challenges were good. The CTF was fun. The talks were fantastic. So I mean, what more could I ask for? But if I was going to compare it to Canberra was over 3 days, not just like an afternoon, and it's just a bigger event with more of everything. So it's kind of better. There's a lot of chat going on here. I want to try and read some of what is going on. By the way, for those who want to learn how to get into cybersecurity, want to get some hands-on experience with cybersecurity, yes, I am going to name drop the best cybersecurity company training program in the world, and it is Safer Internet Project. If you head to saferinternetproject.com, become a member today, you're going to learn exactly what is done in a pen test against a real business system. You are also going to have access to learning modules, guest speakers every single week, mental health workshops where a mental health professional comes in to talk and tell you about strategies to overcome things like alienation and loneliness at work, handling work-life balance, handling stress at work, and all the other stuff like imposter syndrome at work, an actual professional psychologist coming in to talk to you guys to help you out with those problems, which I think is actually really important. and something that is often portrayed by someone who has no experience as a mental health professional. So I think that's a very important piece that we're giving to the community. And yeah, I think it's a great place to start to learn all about cybersecurity. So if you're interested in that and you want to learn pen testing, Blue Team, a lot of stuff about Microsoft 365 compliance and security coming up, and a session this week in 2 days' time on ISO 27001 compliance within the defense industry in Australia. I mean, if that interests you, then you should definitely become a member at Safe Internet Project. So head to safeinternetproject.com and become a member today. I'll put a link in the description now for you. B-Sides Brizzy is a small get-together for sure. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's good. It's a good con. It's just smaller than the Canberra. I mean, they're all smaller than the Canberra one. I just don't have another one to compare to Canberra other than the Brisbane one, because that's the only other one I've been to. Christian says CISSP is definitely more management-focused. Absolutely. You have to pick the most correct answer from 4 correct answers while trying to keep in mind maximizing profit / streamlining processes. Yeah, it's more of like, imagine yourself as a SOC team lead. In that case, a CISSP is going to be very applicable to your job. DC can talk a lot more about the OCP. Yeah, the OCP is good. The OCP is the most employable cybersecurity certification in Australia, because sometimes, and this is not like my opinion, this is just straight fact from recruiters and hiring managers, they put the OCP on so many different jobs in cybersecurity now. Even like SOC analysts, they're like, oh, do you have an OCP? And without even thinking like it's actually a pen testing cert, but they don't care, because they're just going by like, what's the most employable certificate to get? So if you're looking to get a job in cybersecurity, a OSCP is going to help you out, regardless of if it's pen testing or not. Obviously, if you're going for a pen testing role and you have some experience behind you in IT, then the OSCP is going to get you that job. It's like almost a guarantee in Australia, and it's just the way of the world. That's just how it is. So it's good to do. Doesn't sound like me. I'm done with my bachelor in cybersecurity in a month. I think the OCP is next on my list. Yeah, if you want to get into pen testing, absolutely. What interests? I'm curious. You said that interests me. Was that the ISO 27001 session? Because I think that's going to be a very good session. Defeating didn't know that the Blue Team Jobs loves OSCP. Good decision getting it on mine then. Yes, it's a good idea to get the OSCP. If Blue Team Jobs love it or not is beside the point. It's like the barrier to get into cybersecurity, weirdly. That's what I mean there. Like it's everyone asks for it on blue, red, purple, everything. And it's a very good certification to have. It looks great on your profile. And I think it's a good entry for people to get into the industry. So absolutely. All right, I actually need to do some work. So this day in the life thing, I actually need to do some work now. So give me 1 second to do some work. I need to schedule in some stuff. Okay. Scheduling things. All right. 10 and gonna stop that at 4 p.m. Cool. Grab this, check it here. No, keep the questions coming. Keep the chat going. It's always good to keep this. I'm still watching it. I only have one screen because I just work off a laptop. But if if you have questions, drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer as many questions as I can. I'm just scheduling in some stuff, so I'm going to do another one on at 7 p.m. Live session, CTF. That is on there, 9 p.m. 9? Was it 9 p.m.? 7 p.m. Here at 7. Alrighty, cool beans. Cyber James, thanks for coming along, dude. Appreciate your time and questions and the general chat. It's been good. I'm always happy to meet new people in here. So thanks for coming along, dude. And I hope to see you on the next session, whenever it is that I do the next live session. CISO contacts. I have a few. Mentoring, though, I don't know if they're going, like, do you mean like one-on-one mentoring from them, or do you mean, I'm curious what and how. But there is one guy I think you could definitely benefit from. He's based in Brisbane, but yeah, send me a DM on what's it called, Discord, and I'll share his contact information to you, because I think he would be very helpful to talk to in your situation. Yeah, I'm not sure if he would do mentoring as such, but he would be open to like have a chat and maybe help out with questions that you have every now and then. And I think that, yeah, that could work, I think so. Was that you asked me about domain control? Man, I've had some really good variations of DC. I've had domain controller. Obviously, I've had Dick Cheese. I've had some good ones. There's some much worse than Dick Cheese, which I won't mention because the stream will get pulled down within a minute. So, yeah. No, it's my first name, first initial, and my middle name, first initial. So my full name is David Christopher Lee, or DC, and the story of the nickname that became pretty much my name that everyone calls me, like family, friends, everyone, is so way back. I was in school. There was 2 David Lees at my school. So at the time, what parents did would they'd get your bag and hat and pencil case and all your shit embroidered with your name on it. So to differentiate mine from the other David Lee, the false David Lee, mine had DC Lee written on it. And no one was going to say DC Lee because it's painful and annoying. So they just said DC. So everyone from primary school started calling me DC, and it went all the way up, all the way through high school. Teachers would be like, they'd like read the name. They're like, David Lee, who the hell is that? And then the other David Lee would be like, yeah, that's me. And they're like, no, there's another David Lee. And I'll be like, that's me. And they're like, I thought your name was DC. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, my family, friends, everyone now still calls me DC. So I thought when I created this channel, I was like, I'll go with DC because it's like my unofficial official name, which is so weird. But yeah, there's not too many people call me David anymore. If someone says it's like, hey David, I'm like, oh me, yeah, that's right, that's my name. I completely forgot. So yeah. Yeah, some people, especially here, if I make a reservation anywhere, if I put down David Lee, sometimes they do expect someone Asian, and then I turn up and I'm like, as you can see, my face is glowing from the like sunlight over here. I'm obviously not Asian at all. So yeah, it's a pain sometimes, but everyone calls me DC. If you want to call me DC, call me DC. If you want to call me Dave, David, Mr. Lee, whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's just a name at the end of the day. And I kind of like DC. It's stuck for a while, and it's part of me now. So yeah, that's the story of my nickname. Uh-oh. Emails coming in. Oh. So interesting. Dumpster crumpets. Sure. You can do better than that. Come on. There's no moderators in here. It's just me. I'm like not even doing the thing. I'm holding my mouse and clicking around. I'm not going to moderate any comments. So do your worst. DC is badass. I like DC. DC's cool, and it has a nice ring to it. And I think my face suits DC. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. You have any ancestors that are Asian, as far as you know? No. My ancestry goes back to way back in the UK, specifically within Wales. So there's a Welsh version of Lee, which on the coat of arms that followed it changed to LEE. So it was like an Irish Welsh name. I don't know, but yeah. That's my dad's done the whole like family history thing because he's super interested. Actually, I've got this super old ring with my family crest on it. That is the Lee family crest. Because my family, I'm the first person in my family, like first of my direct line not be a ringmaker / jeweler. So the line of that job and the name goes way back, and I've ruined it all. I've ruined it for the whole family. I'm a disgrace. So yeah. Oh, catch you later, Christian. Good to see you back here, dude. And make sure you DM me on Discord, and I'll flick over that dude's contact details for you to have a chat to. He's actually the dude who's doing the ISO compliance 27001 session on the Safer Internet project. So I know him very well, and I think he would be very helpful to have a chat to in your situation. I'll be back. got some some beef jerky, which is delicious. It's really good jerky. Anyway, I might I'll see if anyone actually did anything for the question. Nope. Well, man, it's really good jerky. Should I keep the stream going? Maybe I'll do a new poll. There we go. The vote was 56% of people want to get into red team and 43% want to get into the blue team. There we go. New poll. What do the 6 people of this stream want to do? They want to keep it going, or should I just end it here? If I can somehow figure out how to get my streaming software working, that would be much better, because then I can do like screen sharing and all sorts of stuff. No, I'm actually doing a mostly dry October, weirdly, but that doesn't include whiskey. But I might have whiskey later tonight, so I don't know. Don't ask me why I keep whiskey on my. I drink a lot of water. That's pretty much it. But beer would be amazing, but no. Because I feel like whiskey is more like an enjoyment drink. Like you just have a drink every now and then. You're like, oh yeah, that was a nice bit of whiskey. Whereas beer, you can just smash it back. You can have a lot of beer. And yeah, it's so accessible, and it doesn't really get you drunk unless you have a lot of it. Whereas whiskey, like you can have like one glass and get like a little bit tipsy, be like, oh yeah, okay, a couple of glasses, yeah. Spiced rum or hazy IPA, yeah. The thing with IPA is that they're too heavy. It makes it like bitter from alcohol. Not a fan. I'm much more of a fan of like a nice pale ale or one of those like German wheat beers. German wheat beers are good. But yeah, spiced rum is good. I like spiced rum. I don't have any though. I don't have any rum here. I've only got whiskey or baijiu, and I'm not having any rice wine. So yeah, I don't want to like actually pass out while I'm trying to do some stuff. I'll try not to eat this entire thing of jerky. Have you ever tried Redback wheat beer? No. You have to search that. Let me have a look. Matilda Bay Redback. Oh, I do know this one. I have had that. Do they still make it? I feel like the last time I had that beer was like at least 5 years ago. Yeah, right. 3 people watching this have voted to keep this going, so I'll keep it going. Man, that was a really stringy piece. Smirnoff Double Black. Great for stopping nausea. Okay. Depends how much of it you have, I guess, but if you have a whole lot of Smirnoff Double Blacks, you'll be on your ass. Oh, I got the pop-up again. There's going to be another ad in 30 seconds. I'm sorry. I can't control. I'm not clicking on it. It's just YouTube. I'm sorry. If you've got an ad blocker, it'll block it. So, I mean, it would be really nice if you actually watch the ad, because that'll generate like 4 cents for me or something. But yeah, I mean, you do your. Hey, that's like 8 cents in total. Hell yeah. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, no, fair enough. Oh my God. This bit is really chewy. This live stream just become like DC eats jerky, drinks water, and talks about alcohol. Give me a topic. Give me a couple of topics, and I'll tell you a story about them. Like, all right, I'll do a poll. Let's do a poll. Story time. Talk about soju adventure. Let me see. I'll think of some good ones. Give me a sec. I know a good one. War walking. What is war walking? Soju adventure, war walking, or that one time at band camp. No, I don't have a band camp story. I said I wouldn't eat all of this jerky, but Seems like I'm almost there. War catting. All right, here's another good one. All right, the poll is up. Make your vote on which one of those stories you would like to hear. I'll wait. I think this will be an interesting vote. Oh, we got a lot for a senior winner. That's a terrible story. You guys are cretins. You're cretinous people. I thought wall walking would be the one to go to. You guys, you guys are crazy. Yeah, you're all sick. Oh, wall walking is taking the vote. I'll keep this going for a little while. Jump in the polls, everyone. Head to the poll. This is the only vote that matters today. Is which story you would like me to tell. Is it going to be a soju adventure story, which I have too many of? Is it going to be wall walking, which is actually involves cybersecurity? A tree sap story, which involves hospital, or a seen you in her, which is an absolutely rank story. Put your votes in. Let's see what you guys want to hear, and put the pop-up thing that comes up where you can like put love hearts and shit. Do that as well. Let's get the engagement roll. I'll put a couple in here myself. I'll throw some love hearts and shit. Wall walking for sure with the watch. That's exactly what that story is about. All right, how do you do the little... I'm on my phone. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, it's here. Here we go. Click that 100 button. All the emojis. Let's go. Engagement time. What's it going to be? Oh, we got another vote in for wall walking. It's good to see that some of you actually want to hear like a story about cybersecurity, not just me living a very degenerate lifestyle. All right, what's it going to be? I'll give this another minute. This jerky, my friend, the camera's up here, is a beef jerky. No brand. I just bought it down at like a market, and it's really good. I have so much. I got gifted jerky as well. For crying out loud, you're eating jerky. It has to be senior winner. It's a fucking horrible story. I don't know why you guys want to hear this story. Maybe I'll do 2 stories. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what comes out of this this poll in the next few minutes. I'm going to go get my other bag of jerky, and I'll show you this damn thing. All right, this is the other jerky. This is like an actual brand one. It's like a spicy chili flavor. Yeah, all of these jerkies are made here. So all right. Wall walking looks like might be the winner. So I'll prepare myself for the story with my wall walking device. See if I can put this on the wrong arm. Yeah, man, I eat so much jerky. That's why people keep bloody buying it for me, because someone in the family here found out that I like jerky. So they just keep buying me bloody jerky. Wall walking. All right. The poll results are in. The winner is wall walking. All right. So the story time is I bought this device. Now, I know it's upside down, and I've put it on my wrong arm, so this is going to be really hard. It's a D&B watch. Basically, it's a de-authing Wi-Fi cracking watch. It's built on a... Oh, I got to take it off now because it's actually a pain in the ass to wear. It's an Arduino ESP8266. It's a pre-built device that you can just buy on the Chinese version of eBay/Amazon. So there's a thing here called Taobao where you can buy this bad boy. It cost me about, I think it's like 90 Australian dollars or 80 Australian dollars, something like that. The story is I bought this device with the intent to break my own Wi-Fi if I could. And I did. I turned it on. I broke into my own Wi-Fi, and it was fun. It was glorious. That's not the story though. It's just the pre-part of the story. So I decided, all right, I'm going to go walking with this thing and see what Wi-Fi's I can have a look at. And this device, it also creates some rogue networks. So you can like do a scan, find Wi-Fi networks near you, and then create a rogue Wi-Fi for people to try and authenticate with while it disrupts their actual Wi-Fi. It's a pretty powerful device, super cool for red teaming stuff. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this a crack. I'm gonna go for a walk, and I did. Now, to give you some, I just went up for a walk around the suburb here. Now I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see outside of just how many apartments there are. It's like wall-to-wall apartments, which for someone with a Wi-Fi cracking device is absolute anarchy. So if I jump on my Wi-Fi now, there's easy 100 to 200 Wi-Fi networks within connection from here. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna scan everything and see what comes up. So I did, and it runs similar to Wi-Fi or cow splat or whatever it's, cow patty, I can't remember what it's called anymore. Runs the same way, where you run a scan, you can see all the networks, and then you can try and de-auth any of them. I found out that, now I didn't do anything illegal, by the way. I didn't try and crack any networks because that would be illegal and that would get me into a lot of trouble. What I did notice though is that a lot of, and don't ask me how I found this out, a lot of the networks here run off default configuration for their Wi-Fi, which is, I think that's pretty normal around the world. Like a lot of old people, they get a Wi-Fi router and they just have it on. And they get the little magnet and they put on their fridge with their Wi-Fi name, and that's all fun and good. That's fine. But what I found is that the default configuration here is web encryption, which is absolutely insane. That's nuts. Now, the potential for someone who knows half of what they do, anyone who can run up Wi-Fi or buy one of these ultra cheap devices, could potentially break into hundreds of thousands of networks. And this is just one. I'm like out in the suburbs. I'm not even in the city. The potential. I look out here. I look out my window and I see the shitload of apartments, and there's people in all of them. Can you imagine the amount of damage you could potentially do? Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that because that's horribly illegal. but I think it does help to outline just how insecure a default configuration is. Now, web encryption is just something else. For anyone who knows anything about encryption methods, web is like this device. I tried on my own network. I created a web network. I was like, how soon will this crack it? It took about maybe 2 seconds. Like by the time I clicked decrypt and then it flashed up the next screen, it had done it. It already had the password. It told me what the password was. I was like, holy shit, right? So if you wanted to really mess some shit up, imagine you have like a half decent computer with multiple Wi-Fi cards, and you just wanted to like go around and I mean, yeah, that would be illegal to just go around and start cracking Wi-Fi networks. But if a malicious actor, a hacker, wanted to break into these networks, and like there was a big mix. A lot of them are WEP, a lot of them are WPA, but none of them are like actually encrypted networks. I just spotted another foreigner, which is wild. I've never seen this guy before. Anyway, I bet he uses WEP at his home network as well because it's a default config. The other problem that I noticed was not only is it WEP, but the login details for the routers here is not publicly known, and it's really hard to search for online. So not only is it WEP encryption, but a lot of people here don't know how to change their password because they can't log into their own router or Wi-Fi leasing device to change the damn thing. So whichever company is the one out here giving people WEP encryption on their Wi-Fi home network needs to sort their shit out, because there's thousands. There's thousands of network. I didn't even go far. I just went downstairs, there's a park down the road. I went walking towards a park. I was blown away. I'm like, this is nuts. There's so much. And yeah, it is. I saw the comment there. Sounds like free Wi-Fi. The internet here it's actually free. So if you get a home network connection, you get an ADSL2 equivalent speed. So the 2020 speed is given to you when you rent or buy a house. It's just part of your landline to your house. So everyone gets a phone line and everyone gets a internet connection with 2020 speed for free. That's just given to you, which is pretty cool. The bad thing is that while that speed is enough to do most things, it's so easy to crack that it is just absolutely insane. So that's my story about wall walking. I got from here to the end of the street and realized it and walked back, and I was like blown away. I was walking back. I'm like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this is actually real. Like the level of complacency with horrible encryption is next level. That's my story. And no, I saw the comment there from Revolution InfoSec. Surely WEP disappeared at least 10 to 15 years ago. You would think so. You would think so, but no. So there was a lot of WEP. There was also a lot of WPA, which this thing is more than capable of cracking. It struggles, and I think it just ran out of battery power. When I tried to do it against a WPA2 Enterprise, the one with the pre-shared key thing, that one, it can deauth the pre-shared key, but it can't. It still can't connect, which is no good. Another fun fact about this little device is that the rogue network, the default network names, and it can create up to 8 rogue networks on this device. The default 8 networks is the lyrics to the Rickroll song, Never Gonna, whatever the song is called, I can't remember. So it's got like the lyrics, never gonna wake you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna whatever, never gonna hurt you. The lyrics comes up. So if you search for a Wi-Fi network, that's the default. Pretty powerful little device for $80 or whatever it costs. Absolutely nuts. It's pretty sick. Anyway, that's my wall walking story. I'll give you some little close-ups of this device. D&B watch. It's pretty cool. It comes with like a little case. It's got like a little scroller here, so you can like scroll between the options. There's buttons on this side to be able to select. That's the power button, and that's the reset button, so you can like reset it back to whatever you were at before. The Wi-Fi antenna, obviously. Little LCD screen. I think it's out of battery at the moment. If I can find a charger. What does it take? It takes that weird charger. I don't know where I put my charger for it, but yeah. That's my story. Back to my journey. All right. What was the second most voted one? I seen you in it. Do you want to hear the I seen you in a story? War dialing. Yeah. All right. I'll do the I seen you in a story because it's fucking gold. It's gross. Anyway. I was at this party. I was there with my mates, and most of them are like, they're all military fellas. This is in Australia. And we're there at this party. It was like a barbecue and a pool and a lot of drinks. They had like keg and stuff going. I was about, how old was I? 19 or 20? A fucking long time ago now. Anyway, we're at this party, bunch of army guys there. So the guy hosting it was actually his parents' house. The night goes on. We were day drinking all day. We got there about midday. We're drinking all day. The guy whose party it is, the parents are split up, I think. It was only the mum there. And this is where things go bad. We're all there, we're partying. She joins in, she jumps in on the party, gets in the pool. Some people are having a wild time over in the corner doing all sorts of nefarious things. And yeah, I'm there like down the end drinking, and I think I was eating a hot dog or some shit. I can't remember. Way down the end. Talking to my mate. This big like brawl starts at the other end of the pool. And we all like turn around. We're like, what the fuck is going on here? Anyway, this guy jumps out of the guy whose party it was jumps out of the pool, and he's like trying to grab this dude out of the pool, out of the water. And we're all like, what the fuck is going on here? This guy's having a laugh. And he's like yells out, he's like, I seen you. And this other dude's like, you didn't see shit. There's nothing going on. What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. He's like, I seen you in her. We're all like, what the fuck did he just say? Anyway, this guy in the pool, this other guy in the pool, not the guy there's the mum in the pool partying with these guys. She obviously fancies one of these fellas. So they basically started rooting in the pool, which is fucking rank. No one noticed. No one like realized what the fuck was going on until this guy's like, I seen you now. We're all like, you seen what, mate? Wild. Anyway, moral of the story is don't party with army boys because they're a bit feral, especially when they get on the piss and there's a pool involved. That's my story. So hopefully no one from the Australian military is watching this. But yeah, it's a good story. Some dude fucked some other dude's mum in a pool while we're all having a good time and having beers. That's pretty much it. It turned into a bit of a brawl. They kind of like beat each other up for a bit. the guy was fucking the other guy's mum left. He obviously left the party because that was it. What was he going to do now? And yeah, we just continued partying. It was a good night. We had some fireworks and shit. It was yeah, it was fun. Good times. It is a bit of a Stifler story. It's a bit rank. Alexis Kohler, correct me if I'm wrong, but you voted for this story. So rank story. I might take a break from this packet of jerky and have a crack at this one. Hopefully I don't get sick. You've got to be careful with the things you eat in places you don't really know, especially with... This is a gift, though, from someone that I trust. So. Oh, this is like a biltong. All right. It's definitely spicy. I can smell it. The ex-army. You know all about this shit. Holy fuck, that's hot. Oh my God. One of my mates who, I think there's an ad playing now, so I'll give it a second while I die from this fucking spicy jerky. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Oh my God. All right, so no, I haven't made my own jerky before. I was going to tell you about another ex-army story. This is just my experience with army people. So my best mate, one of my best mates, is he used to be in the military, and his now wife was also in the military. And we're in this. I remember we went to this pub in Brisbane. I don't know if you guys have ever been to this pub. It's on the corner of Musgrave Road and Newmarket Road, I think. It's called the Norman B Hotel. It used to be like a famous pub for fights, and a lot of like rugby players used to go there after the games or after training and stuff. Anyway, it's a place. It's not bad. It's a good spot. Anyway, the first time I met this guy's now wife, we went out to this place, this pub. He's like, "Come along, dude. We're gonna have a great time. All the boys are here, and we're gonna have a mad party. Oh, by the way, my misso's coming." This is very obvious. This is like, I'm going to tell this as the story was, because you need the Aussie slang of like a military person to make it better. So this dude's like, "Come along, dude. My misso's going to be there. We're going to get rorted. We're going to get absolutely ripped up. It's going to be fantastic." I'm like, "Sick. Sounds like a good night." Anyway, fuckload of beer later, one of my mates left and tried to steal a keg and then got into trouble. And because he's like rolling this keg down, he's like, "I want to take it home." And he lived like miles away. So he's like rolling this fucking keg down the street. And he got brought up by the security guards and he got in some sort of trouble. I don't know what happened. But my other mate, his girlfriend, his missus at the time, got into a fight with another military girl who was like saying some shit about her. I can't remember exactly because I was off my head. Anyway, a few minutes later, it's like a bottling session. It was like a full-on brawl of army people just beating each other senseless with bottles, like breaking bottles on heads and shit. It was wild. I'd never seen anything like it because I wasn't in the military. I'm like this IT dude, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? These people are going to die. No one died. No one even got really hurt. They had like cuts on their heads and shit, but they weren't really like properly hurt. And I was shocked. I'm like, you guys are absolutely insane. Because they all, like, after it was done, the fight was done, that was it. They all just like, they're like, just like got back into it. I'm like, you almost killed that person. Like, are you for real? I'm pretty sure this is like grievous bodily harm. There's like at least 5 laws have been broken in the last 2 minutes. You guys are nuts. Anyway, that's my experience with military people and parties, is that they don't mix very well. They usually go one way or the other, which is either a senior inner or you're going to bottle someone. So, yeah, that's my story. That's another story that you didn't ask for, but you got told about. I just saw a fucking bunny rabbit bouncing along the ground. People have like pet bunnies here. It's really bizarre. Anyway, so what's going on in the chat here? I think I've probably lost everyone from this conversation because it's a bit loose. Smells like piss. Yep, you stick to the floor as well. Just bought some beef jerky. Hell yeah. I don't know how I influenced you into doing that, but awesome. Seeing you in here. Yeah, right. A couple of retracted, I should say, messages. Not too much excitement there. That's good. I'm glad hopefully I can bring some excitement to your Mondays. It is Monday, right? It is Monday, yeah. Excitement to your Mondays. I do need to do some work though, so I am going to end the stream pretty much here. For anyone, the stock exchange, yeah, StockX is ranked. That place is ranked as well. You know they're refurbing that place. Fun fact. Anyway, as I was saying, that's the. I'm going to wrap this stream up because I've actually got to like focus on doing some work, and I thought I'd do some work while live streaming, but it turns out to just me talking shit about stories that I think are funny, which turned into ex-military stories. So I'm sorry. But yeah, I am going to end the stream here. If you guys want to learn how to become an actual cybersecurity professional, get hands-on training and hear from industry professionals about what they think about the industry and different tools and techniques of how to do pen testing, different compliance audits, network audits, all of that sort of good stuff, head to saferinternetproject.com and become a member today. Every coaching session comes, every membership comes with a one-on-one coaching session with me where we talk about your career options and how to actually break into the industry or to upskill yourself in your current job that you're in right now. If anyone here hasn't smashed the like button yet, please do. This has been 2 hours and 6 minutes of my time so far, so I'd appreciate a like. And I'd really appreciate it if you jumped onto saferinternetproject.com and became a member, because it is a real hands-on cybersecurity learning experience that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. I'll chuck a thing in the chat. I can only do one thing at a time. Jump on the link in the chat there, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and in the next video. There is another video coming out on Wednesday and Friday this week, as well as Wednesday and Friday next week. Going to try and keep this ball rolling of new content coming out as often as possible. And yeah, I'll see you guys all there. Thanks again for coming along. I appreciate your time. And I had fun chatting with you all. So thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.